Oh my gosh, I'm so nervous. I don't even know why. I don't think there's gonna be anything surprising on this test. Oh, it's loading. Oh my gosh, what? Mom! You're never gonna believe this. Hey everyone, I'm about to get back my DNA test results from Ancestry.com. They had a holiday sale a few weeks back, and I swooped in, bought myself a little DNA test kit, and sent off my saliva sample about 5 weeks ago. I just got a text message that my results have finished processing, so I'm about to open those up for you guys. But first I want to give you a little background on myself. I'm Payton. I'm a Dutch American person from the southeastern United States. I was born and raised in Atlanta, Georgia. I have a little bit of a southern twang, and as far as I know, my family has lived in this area and the general southeastern United States for generations. So I'm not really expecting anything surprising in my DNA test results other than maybe a small amount of Cherokee, but generally speaking, I would say that I am 100% Dutch American. I might have a little British, might have a little Scottish, but I don't expect that I'm going to show anything other than Northwestern European on these results. I mean, really, how much wider can you get? Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to open these though. My DNA is primarily located in England, Scotland, and Wales. Hold on a second now. I've been saying I'm Dutch my whole life. People in the street come up to me in Boston having recognized that I'm Dutch because of my size and the size of my head. These are two stereotypical Dutch features. I'm about 6 feet tall and I've got a really big head. So other Dutch people will come to me speaking in Dutch, which I unfortunately don't happen to speak, and they will try to speak to me that way and I just can't. And that's been happening to me my whole life. So to find out that my DNA is primarily British and Wales is really shocking to me. How come no British people ever come up to me and try to talk to me? I guess they can already find their way around in America. And then clocking in next at my second highest percentage, it is Ireland and Scotland, which is primarily located in Ireland, Wales, and Scotland. And then third in a row, Sweden at 6%, which is really surprising. I didn't realize I had any Scandinavian DNA, but that's really cool. My siblings look very Scandinavian, so I'm not super surprised to hear that. And I have 4% Germanic Europe, which is Denmark, Poland, Czechia, the Netherlands, Belgium. Okay, that's a little better. That's a little more like what I thought it was gonna be. But still, that's only 4% of my DNA, and I have a Dutch last name. I just thought it would be a bigger percentage. 2% in Norway, so that's more Scandinavian. Whoa, they can even pinpoint like the region of Norway. That's crazy. 1% Sardinia. I know Sardinia is an island in Italy, I believe. I think they might actually have tried to be independent at one point, which I guess is why they are distinctive genetically from other Italians. That is so crazy. Where did that come in? And then the most surprising, this is what I was yelling to Mom about. I have 1% Western and Central India, specifically Gujarati region, including the Kathiawar Peninsula. It's probably completely terrible. I'm so sorry to all my Indian people out there. Woo. I really need to educate myself on this. Whoa, I am 1% Indian. I thought I was going to be 110% European. Ultimately, I would say that the biggest surprise for me was not finding out that I am 1% Indian, but rather finding out that I am only 4% Germanic. I am really shocked that I don't have more Dutch blood. I'm also kind of surprised that Dutch people aren't genetically distinct in the way that French people are, in the way that German people are. I'm just really curious to find out more about how genetic sequencing works and how populations are identified like that. How do you identify that someone's from the Iberian Peninsula versus someone from one of the Germanic areas, like the Netherlands, Belgium, Luxembourg? I'm really curious to see how all of that is determined, and I would like to take more time to research that in the future. I would also like to find out more about where that Indian and Sardinian blood came from. I wonder if it's the same relative that passed that down, or if it's from several different relatives. I would also like to take a 23andMe test in the future and see if I can identify specifically at what point in time that ancestry came into my gene pool, because I have no knowledge of any Indian or Italian relatives whatsoever in my family tree. So it's either very far back, or it came from different relatives in small pieces, just in the same way that my Scandinavian ancestry came to me in small pieces. A lot of migration happened in Europe prior to our immigration to the United States in the 1700s, so I'm not really surprised that it's this varied. It's really cool though, and feel free to let me know in the comments down below if you've taken an Ancestry DNA test. I'd love to find out more from you guys. Until next time.